So, today we're going to talk about 3 ways to identify non toxic personal care and beauty products. You might think it sounds overwhelming, but it's easier than you think. First of all, why listen to me? Well, I was a buyer for a natural bath and body care company for over 7 years, so I know a thing or two about ingredients. And I've been researching products for my blog, Mindful Mama, for well over 15 years now, and I've learned a lot about how to find safe and healthy products. Okay, so think about the last time you went shopping for lotion, shampoo, or maybe mascara or a new face cream. How do you know if the product you are considering is actually safe and non toxic? You may see some claims and enticing promises found on the packaging, but other than that, how do you really know? Before we get into it, let's quickly talk about why this even matters. Can't we just assume the products sold in stores are automatically safe and healthy? Okay, so if you're a typical woman, you probably use about 12 different personal care products on your body every day. And that could add up to over 100 individual ingredients. Now, that wouldn't be a problem if the ingredients were healthy and safe, but the real secret behind the beauty industry is that they're practically unregulated and therefore are allowed to use untested chemicals in their products. In fact, over 80,000 chemicals available today, only a handful are even banned in consumer products. And because of this, we've got hormone disrupting ingredients in skincare, cosmetics containing lead and other heavy metals, carcinogens in shampoos, and many more harmful chemicals in products that we use on our bodies every day. Now, a single exposure to a toxic chemical probably won't hurt you, but over time, these exposures add up, both through related exposures of the same chemical and the accumulation of a variety of different types of chemical exposures. There's this concept of body burden that looks at the sum total of all the toxic chemicals we've been exposed to and that have accumulated in our bodies over time. And studies have shown that these accumulations can lead to some pretty significant health problems. Okay, so let's get into the 3 ways that you can actually tell if a product is non toxic and safe to use. I like to think of this as becoming a beauty sleuth. You're using your detective skills to find the good and the bad and making the best choice for you. And the good news is that there are many wonderful, safe, natural personal care products available today. So you've got a lot to choose from. Now, the first thing you can do is to learn how to read labels. So to begin with, you need to know that most of the product claims and terms on labels actually mean nothing on their own. I'm talking about terms like natural, organic, non toxic, botanical, clean, green, eco friendly. If you see terms like this on a product, it's not necessarily a problem, but you do need to dig deeper to find out what's really in the product. Now, learning how to read and understand ingredients lists on personal care products is a bit more of a chore. It's something that takes practice, and over time, you'll learn to recognize the ingredients. But I don't want you to get overwhelmed here. So, there are a number of ingredients that are the worst offending chemicals, and I recommend that you learn how to recognize these ingredients on lists so that you can avoid them like the plague. A few of these ingredients include paraben preservatives, sodium lauryl sulfate, PEGs, triclosan, and of course, artificial fragrance or perfume. Now, I have a post on my blog that covers the top 12 toxic ingredients to avoid in personal care products, and I will link to that in the description so you can refer to it later. The second thing you can do to spot non-toxic products is to look for trusted certifications. There are quite a few certifications and seals of approval that can be helpful in finding the products with the attributes that matter most to you, whether it's product safety, natural ingredients, certified organic, or something else. When you see one of these third-party certifications on a product, you know it has met a stringent set of requirements. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that not all safer products use these certifications due to the expense and the time it takes to earn them. So some of your smaller indie beauty brands might not have any certifications. I'm just going to briefly cover some of the most common certifications that I see in personal care products today. I'll be doing a more in-depth video to cover this topic soon. So some of the certifications you might find on personal care products include EWG Verified, Made Safe Certified, USDA Organic, Cosmos, which is also known as EcoCert, NSF, Leaping Bunny, PETA Certified, Certified Vegan, and Fairtrade Certified. The third thing you can do to identify safe beauty products is to check the ratings. There are a number of organizations that have created databases to rate and classify products based on their ingredients. So these can be really helpful as guidance, but keep in mind that they do not all come to the same conclusion. The database that I use most frequently is the Skin Deep Cosmetics database from the Environmental Working Group. Skin Deep provides safety ratings on personal care products and ingredients by assigning a hazard score of 1 to 10 based on the known and suspected hazards of ingredients. You can search the database by specific product, product type, brand, or ingredient. And while the database is extensive, not every product is available. If a specific product that you're looking for is not listed, then you can look up the individual ingredients. So I'm planning to do a more comprehensive video on how to use the Skin Deep database, so look for that coming up soon. There are a couple of other databases, including the Think Dirty app and a relatively new one called Yucca. They operate similarly, but they're not quite as robust as the Skin Deep database, so I tend to stick with Skin Deep myself. Now, I want to give you just a quick example. So I'm going to show you a couple of products. So take this shampoo, for example. This is kind of a typical drugstore shampoo. And if you look at the label on the front, it says Pure Clean Fortifying Shampoo. And it has a picture of aloe vera, and it's green, and it looks fresh, and it looks kind of natural. So it kind of gives you the impression that it's a high-quality natural product. But if you turn it over and look at the ingredients on the back, I realize that you can't see these, but I've looked at them, and this product contains some not so great ingredients like sodium lauryl sulfate and PEGs and artificial fragrance. I also looked it up on the Skin Deep database, and it gets a rating of a 5, which is not a great rating. So this is a product that I would skip. Now, this product is a body lotion from Attitude, and if you look at it, it's got the wheat, kind of natural looking. It gives you that natural impression, but that by itself isn't really that helpful. But what you do see, if you look closely, is that there is this little green seal. I know it's hard to see, but that's the EWG Verified certification. So when you see that, you know that this product has already been vetted to have non-toxic ingredients. So I trust this when I see it, and I know that I don't really need to look a lot further. I can trust that this is going to be a product that is safe for me to use. So to recap, there are 3 easy ways to identify non-toxic personal care products and cosmetics. Number 1, read the labels. Number 2, look for those trusted third-party certifications. And number 3, use ratings databases. Now look in the notes to find some helpful links. And if you found this video helpful, please leave me a 5-star rating and review. Until next time, green and healthy wishes.